my sweet friends, welcome back. So today we are going to be doing a craft together, so let's get started. Today what we're going to do is sew your own sock monkey. It was $3.50 from Dollarama. It says the contents inside include socks, filling, plastic buttons, thread, needle, a birth certificate, ribbon, and instructions. So we're gonna open it and see if everything is here and see how hard it is to do. So we have a pair of gray socks inside. We have the white thread. We have instructions. We have 2 birth certificates. We have ribbon, button, and a needle. And it looks, yeah, it's a metal needle, which is always good. The filling. So that's everything inside the box. We're going to open up the instructions. We're going to move the stuffing out of the way. We don't need that right yet. So the first thing we're going to do, it says cut the sock into 2 pieces in the middle. And then it says number 2, turn the back side out and sew it, keeping the opening for the stuffing. 3, turn the front side out and put the cotton in the filling, so cotton filling. 4, sewing it, sew up the opening. 5, body and legs are finished. 6, using the other socks, cut into the shapes shown above for ears, which is here, ears, mouth, tail, and hands. Turn the back side out and sew it, keeping the opening for the stuffing. Make hands in brackets. Turn the front side out and put the cotton filling in. Arms should look like the photo above. Sew the arms to the body of the monkey. 11. Turn the back side out and sew it, keeping the opening for the stuffing. Turn to the front side out and put the cotton filling. So pretty much one step at a time. So let's do number 1. Cut the sock into 2 pieces in the middle. So we have our pair of socks. We're taking one. We're folding it. And we're going to cut it in the middle of the sock up to the middle of that back foot there. So we're just going to take our scissors and cut up into the sock in the middle. Okay. So we have it cut in the middle now. We're going to turn the back side out and sew it, keeping the opening for the stuffing. Okay, so we're going to flip it just like that. And we're going to sew it so we're going to sew up the legs here and then sew up here, and we're going to leave the middle open for the stuffing. So I'm going to start that and I'll be right back. So we're going to sew up the legs. So we're just going to do a quick run bead sewing. So we're going to go straight up in and out all the way up. And leaving an opening at the top for your stuffing. So we have that side sewed. We have our opening there. So what I'm going to do is the other side, same thing. I'm going to fast forward and do that part. What I'm going to do is they're both sewed up and left a little opening here, so we're just going to flip it inside out back to the right way. This side too. And then this side. There we go. Okay. So there it is there, sewn up. So now what we're going to do is do our stuffing. We have our filling here. And we're going to fill up our sock. Just gonna stuff it. Okay. Stuff the leg, or I'm not sure if it's the legs or the arms. I think it's the legs. Stuff in the legs. There's one, now we're going to do the other. There we go. It's a little bit poofy. There. I'm sure it'll all work itself out. Okay. Maybe stuff it a little bit more. There we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to sew this up and close it. So we're just going to sew that up and close it. So this is what the body looks like. So now what we're going to do is we're taking our second sock and we're going to cut. It says we need 2 hands a tail, 2 ears, and a mouth. Now according to the directions here, the hands are, you're going to cut through on the white and then straight down, and that's 2 hands. This will be the mouth, which is the heel part. And then you'll cut 2 ears out of this side, and you'll take this up as a tail from the toe up. So let's try. So first we're going to cut the hands. So we're going to cut in the middle of the white here, just like that. And then we're going to cut it straight up in half. So I'm just going to fold it in half and just cut straight up in half. Okay. So there's our 2 arms, which are hands. There's those 2. Now we're going to go up and around this piece here for the mouth. So that's the mouth right there. And now we need a tail, so we're going to go up here. And we're going to go straight up like that. There's our tail. And now we need 2 ears. So I'm just trying to figure out, does this tail look a little better than this? Or I guess it really doesn't matter. And now we need to make 2 ears. So I'm going to fold it again, and I'm just going to do the 2 ears. So we're just going to kind of do like a circle, a half circle, like this, there. So now we have our 2 ears right there. And this is what's left of the sock. That's no good. So we have our ears, our tail, 2 hands, and a mouth. And I think I need to fix the mouth just a little bit, because it's more of a round mouth. So I'm just gonna trim it along here. There we go. I'm sure it doesn't have to be perfect there. Okay, so that's the mouth. So what I'm gonna do now, it says, because we're done cutting, says we're doing the same thing with the arms. So we're gonna do the arms first. So let's move our pieces out of the way. Put those over here for now. We're gonna take our arms, we're gonna put them inside out, the pattern touching each other, and we're just going to sew them straight up along the edge. So we're going to go up and over and leave this opening open so that we can stuff them. So we're going to sew up here, along here, flip them back over, and then stuff them. So that's where we're at, and we're going to do both of them. the hands are now done, we're going to stuff them with the stuffing. Just like that. Add a little bit more for this arm. There's one. Now we're going to do the other. And try to stuff them about the same. Okay, so there the arms are stuffed. A little bit more in there. There we go. Okay, so now what we're going to do is attach it to the body. So we're going to put one arm on this side and the other arm on this side, and we're going to use the stripes to our advantage, and we're just going to use these two stripes here. Let's see, how many are they down? If we look at the instructions, 1, 2, 3, so 1, 2, 3. So about here, yep, I was right. So about here, we're going to attach the arms. So that's all I'm going to do is sew on the arms. So I'm going to fast forward that part too. We have our arms attached. So now what we're going to do is the tail. And with the tail, we're just going to do the same thing we did with the arms. We're just going to flip it inside out, and we're just going to sew up. There we go. It's curling up a little bit, but that's okay. So we're going to sew up from this end all the way up. We're going to leave the top part open so we can stuff the tail. So once we sew it up, we're going to turn it back, right side back out, and then we're going to stuff it, and then we're going to attach it to our sock puppet, our sock monkey. So I'm going to fast forward this part too. So the tail is now sewn. I put it right side out again. Now all I'm going to do is stuff some stuffing inside. Stuff the tail and then sew it on. Pretty straightforward. So just pushing the stuffing in. little bit more, and then that'll be good. So I'm just going to push this down into the tail. Bring it back up through the tail. There we go. So like that. And now I'm going to add a little bit more because there's none here. I left my string attached so that I can just continue to sew it onto the monkey. So there's more stuffing. So there's the tail. It's good. I have my monkey here. This is the front, so we're going to put it on the back side. We're just going to sew the tail on, I figure right about here. So now we're onto the ears. We're going to do the same thing again. We're going to sew it all the way, leave just a little bit open so that we can flip it back around to the right side. So you got to flip it on the outside, so the pattern side in facing each other. Sew it almost closed, just leave a little bit open so that you can flip it back over. And then we're going to sew them straight to the monkey. So that's what part we're at now. So the last part I'm going to do is his mouth. So this is the piece I have for his mouth. I'm just going to fast forward this part. I'm just going to sew it on. And I'm going to sew the top. And then I'm going to stuff it with the stuffing. And then I'm going to sew the bottom. So, and I'm going to try to aim it between the two gray strips here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to sew this on. And then we'll go from there. So now what we're going to do is put the eyeballs on, and they're just buttons. So I'm just going to go up by the white here above the mouth Oops. Rethread my needle because I dropped it. There we go. And we're just going to go back down in, and I'm going to come up to the other eye. So there's one eye on. I'm going to put the other eye on. I'm going to come out the side there a little bit. Just like that. So now we have both eyes are on, and I'm just going to tuck my thread under the eye. So find a spot in there and do a little knot under the eye. There we go. So the eyeball is now on. Both eyes are on. There we go. So now I tied a little red bow out of the fabric they gave us, the ribbon. So I'm just gonna glue that on once I get my mouth part done. So now all I have to do is the mouth part. So I'm just gonna glue that right there. But let's do the mouth part. So they give us some red string. Take the white off. And this is really simple. Really, you don't even need to buy the kit to do one. All you need is a pair of socks, some stuffing, thread, and a couple of buttons, and away you go. You could do one without buying the kit. So with the mouth, all they say to do is use the red string and create a mouth line. So we're gonna go hopefully up in. Try to hide where I start. Oops. Forgot to do my knot. There we go. So I'm trying to find a hole to stick up in so you don't see the red string. I'll tuck it up under in a minute. Let me just trim it down. There. Let's see. Can we hide it? Yep. Okay, so I hid this where I put it in. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go, I guess, to the middle. Just to tack it. Just to the middle. And tack it. Like that. And then continue onto the other side. Oh, I got tangled up in my scissors. I want to go underneath that loop to the other side. Yeah. Now we're just gonna again pull it through to the other side, and I'm gonna pull it out at the bottom somewhere without there. Okay, so we'll just fix it. There we go. There we go. There's his mouth. And now I'm just gonna cut it, and I can just hide it in there. Okay, so there's his mouth done, his eyes. So now we're just gonna put a bow, and I have that ready. So I'm just gonna tack it down with some glue onto here. I have some glue here. You can use the thread, but it's just as easy if I just put some glue here and stick it on. So the sock monkey is now done. He has this cute little tail. So this is what he looks like. Super cute. He wasn't hard to do. It was pretty easy. He does come with birth certificate. Create your own sock monkey birth certificate. They do send you one in English and one in French, which is super cute. But like I said, you could make one of these easily on your own without buying the kit. Super cute, super easy. It was fun to make. So thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I do an upload. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye everyone.